Hey everyone, this is Dr. Jyoti Bala. I welcome you all on my YouTube channel. And this session, we are going to explore about translational biomedical science sector. We are mainly going to see its application along with the recent trends in such sector. We are also going to see the skills required to enter such industry along with the high salary career prospect in such sector. So let's get started. And before starting the session, I would like to request the new viewer to like and subscribe the channel and do share these informative videos among your scientific endeavor. So let's start the session. Let's see what is translational biomedical science. As a multidisciplinary field that focuses on the translation of basic scientific research into the practical application that can improve the human health, it mainly involves bridging the gap between the laboratory discovery and clinical practice with the ultimate goal of developing new therapies, diagnostic and medical technologies. So here is a simple breakdown of translational biomedical science for a broad audience. Number one is the basic research. Scientists and researchers conduct fundamental research to understand the underlying mechanism of diseases, identifying the potential target for intervention, and also to develop new therapies. The next one is translational research. This phase usually involves translating basic research findings into clinical application. It includes preclinical studies using animal model and laboratory testing to evaluate the safety and efficacy of new treatments. Along with that, clinical trials. Researchers and scientists conduct clinical trials to test the experimental treatment in the human subjects. These trials are conducted in multiple phases to assess the safety, doses, and effectiveness. Moreover, the regulatory approval. Once a treatment has shown promises in the clinical trial, it undergoes regulatory review by agencies such as FDA in US. Regulatory approval is necessary before a treatment can be marketed and used in the clinical practice. And finally, the clinical practice. Approval treatment are integrated into clinical practice where healthcare professionals use them to diagnose, treat, and manage the diseases. Here are a few of the applications of translational biomedical sciences. This helps in developing the new drugs and therapies for various diseases such as cancer, diabetes, and cardiovascular disorder. It also helps in creating the advanced diagnostic tool for early detection and monitoring the disease. This also helps in designing the medical devices and technology to improve patient care and outcome. Along with that, it also has impact in the personalized medicine approaches that tailor treatment to the individual patient based on their genetic makeup, lifestyle, and other factors. Now let's discuss some of the recent trends in the translational biomedical science sector along with few examples. The number one is precision medicine, tailoring the treatment to individual patient based on genetic information. For example, targeted cancer therapies like Herceptin for HER2-positive breast cancer. The next one is immunotherapy that harnesses the body immune system to fight diseases like cancer. For example, checkpoint inhibitors for melanoma and lung cancer. The next one is gene editing, using techniques like CRISPR-Cas9 to modify gene and potentially cure genetic diseases. For example, editing CFTR gene in cystic fibrosis patient. Next one is artificial intelligence, analyzing the large data set to identify pattern and predict the outcome in the healthcare. For example, IBM Watson for drug discovery. The next one is regenerative medicine, creating tissues and organs for transplantation using stem cell and tissue engineering. For example, growing skin graft for burn patient. The next one is digital health, utilizing technologies such as wearable and mobile apps to monitor health and facilitate remote patient care. For example, Fitbit for tracking physical activity and heart rate. The next one is nanotechnology, developing tiny particles for targeted drug delivery and imaging. Example include nanoparticle-based cancer therapies. Along with that, biomarkers, identifying the molecular indicator of disease for early detection and monitoring. For example, PCA level for prostate cancer screening. Moreover, telemedicine, providing healthcare services remotely via video conferencing and telecommunication technology. For example, virtual consultation with the specialist. And few more examples include organ on chip, mimicking human organ on microchip for drug testing and disease modeling. For example, lung on chip for studying the respiratory diseases. The next one is microbiome research, investigating the role of microbiome in health and diseases. For example, fecal microbiota transplantation for treating Clostridium difficile infection. And few other fascinating trends are drug repurposing, finding new uses of existing drug to treat different diseases. For example, thalidomide repurposed for multiple myeloma. The next one is patient engagement, involving patient in the research and decision-making processes to improve the outcome and satisfaction. For example, patient advocacy groups shaping the research priorities. And the next one is the Global Health Initiative, addressing the healthcare disparities and infectious disease on a global scale. For example, vaccination campaign to eradicate polio and other disease. And lastly, the regenerative agriculture, exploring the intersection of agriculture and health to promote sustainable food system and nutrition. For example, vertical farming for urban food production. Let's see what are the skills required to enter the translation biomedical science industry. Usually, a strong foundation in biological sciences, including biochemistry, biotechnology, molecular biology, physiology, cell biology, etc., are required. It is good if you have proficiency in the research methodology, data analysis, and statistical analysis. Along with that, knowledge of regulatory requirements and ethical consideration in biomedical research. You also need excellent communication and collaboration skill for working in multidisciplinary team, and also the adaptability to new technologies and methodology in the rapidly evolving fields. These are few of the high salary career prospects in the translation biomedical science sector. You can become a medical scientist. They usually conduct research and clinical trial to develop new treatment, diagnostic, and therapies. The next one is biomedical engineer, who are mostly involved in designing the medical devices and technology for diagnosis and treatment. You can also become pharmacologist, who study the effect of drug on biological system in developing the new medications. If you're good with the data, you can also become bioinformatician, who analyzes the large biological data using computational tools and techniques. And lastly, the regulatory affairs specialist, who ensure compliance with the regulatory requirement for drug development and approval. These career offers competitive salaries and opportunities for advancement in both academia and industry. So if you have enjoyed the video and found it useful, then don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content like this. We also love hearing from you, so drop a comment below with your queries and suggestions for the future topic you would like us to cover in the upcoming videos. Your feedback helps us to create content that truly resonate with you. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.